Hey friends, I hope you're doing well. This is Pastor Patrick here. I just want to tell you guys a little bit about and announce a new series that'll be coming out once a month. And these will just be 4 suggestions on books, and I'm calling it Pastor Pat's Picks. And I know you can't really see that from here, but there's little flyers in each Sunday school class and on one of the bulletin boards near the library that will lay out every month 4 different picks for books, and they're in different categories. One will be a Sunday school class study. One will be a small group study that you could either use by yourself or with a journey group, or maybe with a circle group or anything like that. Another will be a personal read, so something that is connected to theology, but also something that will maybe push you deeper in your thinking or in your own spirituality. And finally, there will be a featured study. And so this will be a feature from maybe one of our small groups. We have the Stephen Ministry bringing us ours this week. And next month during stewardship, I believe we're going to have the Creation Care bringing us a featured study, as well as during the year, maybe some of the other pastors will do that as well. So I just want to get you excited for this. This will help and aid in just any way if you're stuck like me and I don't know what to read this week, or I'm looking for a study. And so I'm going to run through the 4 picks, and I encourage you to go and check out the flyer. And also down below in the links below this, or the description of this video, there will be links to each of these books. And if you need help ordering any of them, please email me or call me, and I'll try to get those ordered for you and for your small group. Our Sunday school study that I've chosen is United Methodist Beliefs by Will Willimon. Now, we are entering into a new church year. The new church year starts at All Saints Day, and that's at the end of November. And so we're approaching that and approaching Advent. But before then, I always think it's a great idea to, go back to our roots, find out, kind of have a refresher course before we begin the new year. What is the foundations of our denomination as United Methodists? And Bishop Will Willimon has written numerous books, but the United Methodist Belief is a great book that sums this up succinctly and gives a little study guide after each chapter. And this would be a great, easy Sunday school study if you're looking for something as we move into the new year. For the small group study, I've chosen Whistling in the Dark, A Doubter's Dictionary. And this was written by Frederick Buechner. As many of you know, Frederick Buechner passed at the end of August, and he did so much for just public theology and theology in general, and so much for the shared lexicon of our pulpit. You've heard Rob and Luke and myself and Lisa. Many of us lean on Frederick Buechner's wisdom because he was such a great writer, and this book is a great way to stimulate conversation. Buechner tackles all of these different ideas that can lead us to doubt and how we can transform those in our lives. And so I hope you'll check that out for a group study or for a personal read. The personal read category, I've chosen Braiding Sweetgrass, which is by Robin Wall Kimmerer. And this is about an indigenous lens into the wonders of nature. And as we enter the fall in the mountains and the world around us grows more and more beautiful, I think it's important for us to try to shift our awareness and consciousness more towards nature and ecology. And I think that this is a really good way to do that through Braiding Sweetgrass. It's a really fantastic book. It's a wonderful read. And it's a really great way to get connected to the world around you, both in an ecological lens, but also to kind of see how spirituality, specifically Native spirituality, indigenous spirituality, can help us be a window into that. And finally, our featured study from our Stephen ministers is Don't Sing Songs to a Heavy Heart, How to Relate to Those Who Are Suffering. And this is a really great resource that could be used with a small group or in a personal setting. And the Stephen ministers have offered that if you would like to have a facilitator lead this for your class or your small group, if you would get in touch with either me or Lisa or Cindy Oak, we can get you connected to one of those Stephen ministers to be a facilitator in leading these discussions. But this is a really great way to learn a little bit more about how to interact with folks in the midst of suffering and how we deal with suffering ourselves. And after the last couple years that we've all had collectively, this is a really wonderful way and a wonderful resource to do that. Like I said, these picks, Pastor Pat's picks, as I'm calling them, will be coming out once a month. Be on the lookout for an announcement about this towards the end of this month, about October. And just know that once a month we will have a rhythm. And in Advent, we will have multiple Advent studies. This Advent study the church is doing will be the main one, and then the others will be kind of auxiliary to that, and et cetera. And so this is by no means a requirement, but instead just a way to ignite our theological and creative imaginations, and also to just help us get going if we want. And I will always have a copy of former months. So if you are down the line and said, that one in September, that Braiding Sweetgrass is still on my mind, I want to go back. None of this is me prescribing anything. It's me just making suggestions and hoping that at least a few of them will find you and hit you where you are, and that they will help you in your journey forward as Christians and deeper into discipleship with Christ. So just check these out. If you have any other questions, please email me or give me a call. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.